If you do not have money as a man, what is your worth?
I will never settle. And
there's too many now.
You love me, you gonna pay them bills. You gonna do what you told me you was gonna do as a man.
Welcome back, everyone. Today on Wild World Footage, we're looking at why men are choosing to be single. Yes, you heard that right. Now more than ever, men are done simping over women and choosing peace. And let's just say the following footage I'm about to show you will blow your mind. That's enough yapping on my end. Let's watch.
I'm finna give this ninja something he can't get rid of. And when I say something he can't get rid of, I'm talking about something deep. I'm talking about where he can't even leave me alone. He gonna have to be with me forever and always. I'm talking ain't no new girl on the side. I'm talking ain't no more 304s for him. I'm talking just me and me forever until we, in that bed.
What?
But he got me messed up. So I found out he was dealing with another chick. So I called him and I told him to come over. So basically right now, you know how dudes is, they gonna take the hokey do. But I told him to come over. So basically right now, I'm waiting for him to pull up. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna do that to him. Like I'm finna give him that good cootie cat. I'm finna lay that pipe down. I give him the 1, 2, 3. And y'all, in a couple days, he gonna start feeling some symptoms. He gonna start feeling skitty and stuff. He gonna be asking me questions. I'm gonna be acting all subliminal, like I don't know what he talking about. And then I'm gonna flip the script on him, like, what, ninja, you gave me something I can't get rid of. I'm gonna play it off like I'm really mad, like I'm really feeling some type of way when really I already know what's going on.
Damn.
I gave you something you can't get rid of. That's what you get when you get to messing with a girl like me and you get to cheating and, playing with my heart. And I got a lot of those too. And me being a 304, I do that too quite a bit. Like, you ain't finna get off on me and think you just ran off on me. No, we giving and returning over here, baby. So I'm actually looking forward for him to be pulling up, because I swear I can't wait until he get to calling me days later like, what? You gave me something I can't get rid of, this and that. Yup, and now we together forever and always. Now what? And now we gonna have our little 1, 2, 3s on the side, and now you can't cheat on me no more. And every girl that you end up cheating on me with, I'm gonna tell her what you did to me and what you gave me, and I can't get rid of. And we gonna pull out paperwork party around this month, because you ain't finna do me dirty and think I ain't finna do you. What?
Wow. Honestly, I'm left speechless. Over the last few months, we've shown a lot of footage of bitter women trying to get back at their boyfriends. But this, first of all, what she's doing is illegal, and she posted this online so the whole world knows.
Yeah, but why is that a big deal if a woman is a sex worker and a guy wants to date her? Being in a marriage, you're already a sex worker. So it's like you're just a free sex worker. No, it's true. You're just a free sex worker. So basically, all you who are in relationships, you're all sex workers. But you're just getting for free. So that's your only downfall.
How is a woman in a consensual relationship with a man?
Because she's having sex and she's working. She's a sex worker.
Isn't he a sex worker too?
They're both sex workers. Exactly. So you're all sex workers. So for you on a sex worker, for a guy dating a sex worker, technically, marriage, you're also being a sex worker.
On a sex worker.
Being in a committed relationship and having intimacy does not make you a sex worker.
You are a sex worker. You're just a free sex worker.
Absolutely rich coming from you.
So under your perspective, like anybody who has sex is immediately a sex worker.
Yes.
So the two virgins, they instantly become sex workers. Yes. By virtue of having sex.
Yes.
I think it's sad that you can't differentiate the two at this point.
Yeah. Well, you're having and you're going to work, and that's the definition.
I love that you're trying to, I know you like your attention. Back to this.
Do you know how wrong you have to be when you're surrounded by OF girls and 304s and they're all looking at you like you're the crazy one? By her logic, if I go to the bathroom right now, take a number 2 and I flush, that automatically makes me a plumber.
Here's some crazy research for you. So a third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question for the men, because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done. Tell me why you don't want to have a partner in life. Tell me why it's more worth it to be single than to have a partner. Even if you weren't to remarry, just to have a partner. I mean, I've talked to a lot of men. I've got my answers, but I want to hear it in the comments. So please, drop it in the comments.
You know, that's actually a great question, and I'm curious, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is the main reason why so many men are choosing to be single right now? Please let me know in the comment section down below.
There's too many now that there's nothing mysterious anymore.
Listen, guys, I've been saying this. Hoflation is currently at an all-time high, and we're trending higher year by year. Being a used to mean something. Used to have passion for their craft. They wanted nobody to know that they were hoes. Now, you scroll down your Instagram feed, you can find a left, right, center, up, down, around the corner. And really, it's men's fault. Because the more you guys keep buying this bullshit, the higher the hoflation is going to keep trending upwards. So, you guys got to figure it the fuck out.
What happened to the days when women were dressed modestly? What happened to the days when men were men and not simping? Because now they're paying $4.99 to see these OF girls who are making over $100K a month, and then they go online saying, yeah, we don't need a man, all while they're funded by the same exact men. Make it make sense, people.
If you do not have money as a man, what is your worth?
Are they actually trying to imply that unless a man has a certain amount of money, that he doesn't have any basic value as a person? Unfortunately, a lot of individuals, namely a lot of women that seem to have this opinion, seem to forget that every single person is valuable and has value.
And I'm asking this as a genuine question.
And that is the saddest part.
Women literally hold the portal to life between our legs, and whether we decide to use it or not, or have the ability to use it or not, it's still there, and that's why women will always be worth what we are.
I blame gangster rap.
Some women really seem to like to forget that in order for that portal to life to actually produce life, they actually need the contribution of a man. Otherwise, it's just an empty incubator.
But as a man, if you cannot protect your family, provide for your family, give abundance to your family of wealth and happiness, what are you worth?
Do you think they realize that there are actually places in this world where everyone lives in extreme poverty, and providing for a family and providing luxury is something that many individuals actually dream of? But then again, there are those out there that actually think that a person's worth is ultimately dependent on what they can do for another person. Unfortunately, a lot of individuals don't see the inherent value that every single person has.
This woman sees men as walking ATMs, that's it. Give it a few more years and she'll be home alone with 3 cats, making TikToks asking, where did all the good men go?
You're a good mom first, and whatever you do second is your effing business. Well, you made it everyone's business by showing a video of yourself downtown acting like a... Send it to a good mom that can relate. They can't relate. They're at home taking care of their children, not out drunk, dressed like us. And she's married, brother. Kids asking, Dad, but where's mom? She's downtown again, children, at a club, drinking alcohol, looking for her next boyfriend. If your wife is doing this and not at home taking care of the children, she's not the one, brother, okay? You want a woman that's committed to God, not committed to the world. That's so tough.
That's just sad. She thinks just because she fed the kids and put them to sleep that she can dress provocatively and go to a nightclub and hang out in a DJ booth while her husband's at home. I'm surprised divorce rates are not higher. I really am.
To do? You need to get your own life. You need to cleave away from your husband, cleave away from your children. You're not just the grandma. You're not just the wife. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. And you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years.
A few moments later.
Hi. I don't know. Things aren't going that great. I miss my family. I miss being a family. Maybe it's worth just staying miserable if you get your family.
Well. And every time I have troubles with women, my dad comes up to me and he says, "You're working twice as hard as I did for a woman that's 4 times worse than your mother. So what does that tell you?"
Well, it tells us why so many men are single and choosing peace instead of dating these 304s and OF girls.
I'm a big daddy's girl, and he has set the bar so high. If I have to call my dad before you, then you're not the man for me, you know? I'm like, oh, you don't know how to change a tire? My dad does. My dad does. And I'm all, if you don't know how to change a tire, you better have the money to get somebody to change it.
Oh my God, that part. Because I feel like a lot of the times, like, men don't want to put in the work, but it's like, that's fine, you don't have to do it, but you need to get it done for me.
Yeah, you don't know how to put down tile? Well, you better find somebody or know somebody who can put it down.
Yeah.
That raises the age-old question, what do you bring to the table if you want your man to pay for everything? Are you a traditional woman that will respect your man? Because all I'm hearing is, we don't want to pay for anything at all, it's the man's job.
5 children.
Yeah.
What age are you?
I'm 27. Prior to me giving them up, I already had that thought in my head a year prior. I didn't have nobody to watch the kids. So when I reached out to the girl's dad, now mind you, I ain't thought about laying with this man. My daughter's about to be 3, about to be 3 in November. I don't want this man. So I call him, I'm like, can you help me? Can you watch the girls or whatever? He's like, oh, well, don't you got me on child support? Don't you got me on child support?
You got me.
No, yes. I do have him on, excuse me, I have hiccups. So chronic hiccups is what I mean. But anyway, so when I put him on child support a year after my daughter's was born, he didn't start paying until this year. So, and he was only required to pay $196 a month for both my daughters. And he's like, that's taking all my money. And then he's like, well, you're not getting anything outside of that. And it's like, he's like, if you take me off of child support, I could do more for them. And I'm like, Nick, no, for a fact, that's a lie, because the whole year before I put you on child support, you didn't, no diapers, no wipes, no, not a damn thing. Even if you didn't provide any of that shit, you didn't even pick him up so I could go to work and, get all that shit. I could do it by my damn self if you watch him. So it's like, so I know you're lying and shit like that. But anyway, he proceeds to tell me shit that don't matter, is that he got another girl and she's pregnant. They about to have another baby. And it was just like, okay, so he's pretty much telling me that he's not going to, help me with my daughters because he's moved on. And I'm like, you can move on, that's fine. I don't want to be with you, but you still have daughters.
Did you guys see how she could not take any accountability for having 5 kids with men she wasn't with? You would think a normal person would stop after 1 kid, but 5? That's just sad. Those poor kids deserve better.
I have been single literally all my life, okay? And I am 20 years old, but I would not have it any other way, because I am looking, that's the thing, like, people are like, why are you still single? Like, what? I am looking for a specific relationship. Show me the money! A specific relationship, how I want it to be. And I am okay with being single if that means I will never get it in my lifetime. I will never settle. And I have come so far. I've been single for 20 years. I have come so far to the point where, like, if I would settle, it would be a joke. It would be a joke. And the thing is like, people are like, your standards are too high. You have too high standards. But the thing is, I've seen, like, what I want from a relationship within other people. Like, I've seen it. I know it exists because I exist. So that's all you need, okay? But I know it exists because I've also seen it. Like, I have a specific thing I'm looking for, and I just refuse to settle. Point blank, period. Does that make me cold-hearted and heartless with men? Maybe, okay? Because I just don't entertain everybody on the block. But the thing is, like, I just don't care. I have curated such a close relationship with me, myself, and I, okay? It's true, though.
Well, she better get real comfortable, because it's gonna be me, myself, and I for a while. You know, the longer we watch all these clips, the more reasons I add to the list as to why men don't want to date these modern women anymore.
Tonight, I am giving y'all a story time about how I got into the industry and how I became a 304. So, I grew up in Florida. And honestly, if you grow up in Florida, you grow up fast and you grow up having to get it by yourself. Like, only people from Florida will understand what I'm saying. So growing up here, I never was oblivious to all the stuff that was going on. And when I was 18, I met this girl named China. China had 4 kids. But she drove a Mercedes. She was, you know what I'm saying? She looked good. And one day she texted me on Snapchat and she was like, girl, you should come work with me sometime. And I'm like, oh, what you do, for a living? And she was like, just come with me one day. I'm gonna put you on game. And I was like, okay.
Send me a message, location.
So I meet China at a Days Inn, and I'm in the hotel room with her. She's like, oh, this guy finna come, we gonna have fun with him or whatever, and he's gonna pay you. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, he gonna pay us, both of us. The guy come, I'm not going to get into like details, but yeah, he came, he was there for like an hour. It was super awkward. Like, he was like, oh, this your first time, this your da-da-da-da. And I was like, yeah, I really didn't know what we was about to do. She said, have fun. I'm like, okay, mind you, I'm freshly 18.
No, God!
So when it's over, I'm like, damn, like that money was so easy, like so easy. And I liked it. So when I left and I wasn't around her no more, I started looking up stuff like sugar daddy sites. And of course, I had to break bread with her. So whatever money he gave me, I had to give her some of it. So boom, when I wasn't around her, I started looking up like sugar daddy sites and stuff. And I found one. So I get on there, I start talking to guys. I'm meeting up with guys for twice as much as I was getting paid with her. I started doing it by myself.
The fact that she's telling the whole story, cracking jokes and laughing, really puts things into perspective because nothing good can come from that lifestyle. And I highly doubt you can feel fulfilled in life by doing what she's doing.
Me and my ex-husband broke up and then I got lonely, met a guy, and I think things moved really fast. I don't know, I thought it was fate. Clearly it wasn't. It didn't work out. He broke up with me. He was done. Dating is just hard, you guys. It's like hard to imagine finding someone. It's hard to imagine there's a world where there's like someone who's actually meant for you. So hopefully I find someone. Like, I like tear up every time I say that because I don't believe I'm going to.
Do you guys see it's always the same theme? First, it's like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be single again. I can't wait to do all these things that my man was holding me back from. Then a few months later, they're all like, this sucks. I hate being single. Where are all the good men now?
My girl gonna try to say she was at her sister crib. Then I come and she over at her baby dad crib. So guess what I did? Took her f***ing wheels. You got me f***ed up. She ain't got no more. Now you ain't going nowhere. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Took all four of them. You ain't going nowhere now.
I called my ex-husband at 2:30 this morning because I know the wicked don't sleep, to let him know how much the divorce cost that he didn't help me with. 10 grand! He's not even worth 2 f***ing pennies! 10 grand. Not only did I pay for everything during the marriage, okay? He literally fell off the earth. I had a mild crash out. I'm tired of spending money on this mother... I love the Lord. I try my best, but ooh, he pisses me off! Okay, I'm done having a crash out because hot girls don't crash out. Hot girls make more money. So, I'm going to work hard today.
She got first-hand experience what a divorce is like for a man. Not so fun when you're the one who has to pay for everything.
My wife left me this morning. She woke up early, loaded everything up into the Suburban like she'd been planning this for a while. She said she was heading up to Vermont to visit some family, and the long drive would give her some clarity. She took the kids with her, leaving me alone in a quiet, slightly messy house. Feeling unsure of what to do, I did what seemed logical at the time. I cleaned. Damn. There's something weirdly comforting about having a tidy space when life throws you curveballs. Within about an hour, the house became spotless, but my mind got messier. Did I forget about our anniversary? Was it the dishes that I left out overnight again? Or maybe she finally had enough waiting for me to assemble that IKEA shelf we bought 6 months ago. Just as panic sets in, my phone buzzes. It's her. Hey, I know I've said it already. Don't forget, you're taking Friday off. Your flight leaves at 3. I'll pick you up from the airport. I love you. Right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Flight on Friday. Totally remember that. Absolutely. I have zero clue what trip she's talking about. But apparently, I was aware of this trip all along, and clearly I've smiled and nodded without actually listening. I guess I'll learn what this is all about when the plane lands. At least the house looks great. Guess I'll crack a beer and enjoy the silence.
Maybe I'm overthinking it, but the fact that the house looked so messy and that she's going on a girls' trip raises so many red flags. And the worst part of this whole story is the only reason she called her husband is to remind him that she's leaving on a trip.
So he came home and he was like, babe, I lost my job. I'm like, all right, cool. So a month later, like it was time for the bills or whatever, and I'm like, the bills due, babe, or whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm not working. And I'm just, in a month, like, it's all kind of hustles. You could have been doing something or whatever. So I told him, I said, look, if I pay these bills, are you going to pay me the money back? This man had the nerve to tell me, why should I pay my wife back for paying our bills? I told this man from day one, my money is my money and his money is our money. Why should I spend my money paying the bills? Like, no, he should have paid me back. So that's when I decided, like, I can't be with this man no more. So I had sex with his homeboy. Like, we all cool. I texted his homeboy or whatever. You know, we went together. We left. I met up with him. And we was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. I started getting emotional. One thing led to the next. I did not purposely mean to do what I did with his friend. But things happen. Like, y'all understand what I'm going through. So, his friend ended up giving me some money or whatever. And he was like, babe, look, don't worry about it. Handle whatever you got to handle. Like, his friend was every single thing I desire in a man. Like, everything I desire in a man. And, ain't nobody trying to hear my side. Ain't nobody trying to hear me out and what I went through. Like, that's not okay. That's not cool. You made a promise to me and you broke that promise. How am I wrong if I told him who I was and he didn't stick to what he agreed to? Like, that's not love. If you love me, you gonna pay them bills. You gonna do what you told me you was gonna do as a man. All boy is all boy, he get money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much. All these, like, everybody coming for me and stuff like that, and it's not okay. It's not.
Did you guys see the second he could not pay the bills, she chose to cheat on her husband? And once again, we wonder why so many men are choosing to be single. These examples we've just watched are a prime example as to why modern dating is just cooked. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.